Hello everyone, welcome to a new video on the channel. Today, we'll be taking a trip up and down the Kuranda Scenic Railway, a truly fantastic journey to do. We will see a few of the landmarks on the way, although I will not be showcasing everything to see on the trip as I don't want to spoil everything this awesome train trip has to offer. Anyway, let's begin. Welcome to the Cairns Railfan. We begin at Cairns Railway Station, where the Kuranda train begins its journey. First, it departs from the Portsmouth Railway Yard nearby, and arrives in the station to pick up passengers. We got to the station pretty early, and got to see the first train of the day depart from the station. This train is the 3K30 8:30am Cairns to Kuranda service, and is led by two Queensland Rail 1720 classes, and are two of about over 5 Queensland Rail 1720 classes that have been painted into the special Kuranda Scenic Railway livery. These locomotives were first built in 1966 and have been in service on the Kuranda Scenic Railway for many decades now, and serves as the locomotive type that hauls all Kuranda Scenic Railway trains as of the time of recording this video. However, recently there have been talks to replace these locomotives with battery-powered variants instead. Here we see the second and last train departing from Cairns Station to Kuranda for the day. We'll be taking the trip on this train. This train is the 3K32 9:30am Cairns to Kuranda service. Now we begin with the trip, starting with departure from Cairns Railway Station. Cairns Railway Station is currently a platform fitting 2 tracks for trains. However, it used to be a much larger rail yard for freight trains coming into Cairns before being replaced by a large shopping centre now known as Cairns Central, as well as a new rail alignment heading through Portsmouth, where the railway yard now resides instead of a line heading along Spence Street, following a drastic downfall of rail travel in the north of Queensland. Only 3 trains now service Cairns Railway Station despite it being a major tourist destination and the terminus of the North Coast Line and beginning of the Tableland system. The original Cairns Railway Station was built in 1891 and has seen a couple major redesigns over its history. It first began as a beginning station for the Tableland system, being built into Kuranda and with a future goal of reaching the town of Herberton to service tin mining there. However, later in 1897, the Cairns to Mulgrave Tramway connected Cairns to the present-day town of Gordonvale, 22 kilometres by road south of Cairns in the modern day. It was later absorbed into the North Coast Line. Cairns Station was rebuilt in 1955 as a very modern-looking brick-built station for the time. The station was then rebuilt again in 1996, giving it a brand new appearance as a part of the car park for the Cairns Central Shopping Centre, and is the station design that still exists today, which you are currently seeing. However, recently Queensland Rail has put out a survey on a possible redesign for the station once again, so we may see the station once again have a new design. However, it will probably not be a major rebuild. We are now approaching the Cairns Kuranda Steam Depot in Erreglin, where we will be seeing some of the Savannahlanders rolling stock stationed, such as their Queensland Rail 2000 class PLDT locomotive numbered 2053, and one of their regular 2000 classes, which unfortunately I couldn't get the number of. Cairns Kuranda Steam used to operate not only the Savannalander, but a steam service from Cairns to Kuranda 2 using a South African Class 24 280 steam locomotive numbered 3620, which was transported to Australia in 2001, however was retired sometime around 2005. This was due to 3620 not being suitable for the Cairns to Kuranda section of the Tableland system and its sharp corners that it ran on. I've heard it was causing the tracks to spread, but I can't 100% confirm that. 3620 was transported out of Cairns and into the southern state of Victoria in 2020 and has since done a successful run on the Bellarine Railway in Victoria. As we pass by the yard, we will also see the now abandoned coaches that 3620 used to pull to Kuranda. We are now arriving at Freshwater Railway Station about 10 kilometres by road northwest of Cairns. As we approach, we will be able to see some of the growing sugarcane of the Redlange area and some of the distant mountains. Unfortunately, due to being in one of the last coaches on the train, I wasn't able to record much arriving at Freshwater, but we will get to see some more of the station on the way back to Cairns.
The train has come to a complete stop. If you are continuing on to Kuranda with us today, we ask that you remain on board the train in your allocated seat while we make this brief stop.
As we are departing from Freshwater, I have chosen to record out of the other side of the coach to showcase the old and quite small Freshwater railway station, which still exists today in good shape. As we pass by it, I will zoom in on it so you can take a closer look. Just after Freshwater, we'll be crossing over the Freshwater Bridge as we pass by some cane fields in Redlange. The train also crosses over a sugarcane train railway and passes by the now abandoned Redlange railway station, which we will take a look at on the trip back down. Next, as we begin this section of the journey through the mountains, we pass over the iconic Horseshoe Bend. It doesn't look that impressive on camera, but when you actually see it with your own eyes, it's quite an incredible feeling.
Some brave troops volunteered to be infected with the disease in the hope of finding a cure.
While travelling up the mountains, you get some incredible views of northern Cairns.
That meanders its way to the Coral Sea through a patchwork of cane fields. Although built to service the mining townships, this railway soon became more popular with sightseers and holidaymakers.
Next, we pass over the Stoney Creek Bridge next to the magnificent Stoney Creek Falls as the train slows down for tourists to take photos.
After your carriage crosses the bridge, look back and you may be able to obtain another great photo of the falls. In 1890, Then Governor of Queensland, Sir Henry Norman, visited the site and a banquet was held in his honour in the middle of the bridge. John Knox had the men deck the bridge so they wouldn't fall through, put up rails so they wouldn't fall off, and erect the canopies so they wouldn't get wet. The noise of the water rushing over the falls at the time caused all speeches to be cancelled. So there was just one post to the governor. One could say a perfect combination of interesting company, delightful surroundings, good food, and best of all, no speeches.
Stoney Creek Bridge and the Stoney Creek Falls can even be viewed a bit later down the line if you look back. Now we are getting close to Kuranda, but before we reach Kuranda, the train will be stopping at Barron Falls railway station, a magnificent waterfall with a deep valley that can be viewed from the platform. The train stops here for 10 minutes for tourists to get out and take a look.
Also be mindful.
Now we will arrive at Kuranda. This station is unique as its signalling system still uses a working signal box and semaphore signals, and is one of the last very few remaining working signal boxes in Queensland.
Kuranda Scenic Railway, I thank you for travelling with us today. I bid you farewell and trust that you have had a memorable journey.
We are now approaching Kuranda Station. Please note the platform is on the right-hand side in the direction of travel. Exit from the station is via the wide stairs located at the end of the main building. There is also an elevator available to street level for those unable to use the exit stairs. On behalf of the onboard Remember to stay hydrated. Thank you.
Next, we waited at the station to see the 1720 classes that brought us into the station, shunt around the platform and recouple to their coaches to prepare for the later service 3C65, 3:30 p.m. Kuranda to Cairns. Next, because of the 1720 classes shunting to the other end of their coaches, we got to see the signal box in action. After wandering around and eating in Kuranda, we got on board our train back to Cairns, which was the service 3C61, 2 p.m. Kuranda to Cairns.
ゴミ箱は各車両後方部分に設けてあります。列車をお降りの際、階段が急になっておりますので、両側の手すりにつかまり、ゆっくりと降りてください。また、列車とホームの間の隙間にもご注意ください。万が一、列車から避難する場合は、乗務員の指示を使ってください。
Here we are once again arriving into Barron Falls railway station.
Until the train has come to a complete stop. For those customers travelling with small children, we do ask you supervise lest they are disembarking down the steep carriage steps. Please note that smoking, including e-cigarettes, is not permitted anywhere here at Barron Falls Station. Barron Falls Station, 10-minute stop.
A couple times nearby Barron Falls railway station, you can see the Barron Gorge hydroelectric power station in the valley below. We can once again see the Stoney Creek Bridge and the Stoney Creek Falls in the distance. After passing Stoney Creek Falls, we pass by the abandoned remains of the Stoney Creek Railway Station.
Stopped the steam locomotive to take on water to complete the descent to Cairns construction. There were 26 licensed hotels between Redlinch and Kuranda. It must have been Thursday work.
We are now once again passing through the Horseshoe Bend as we start to finish the descent through the mountains.
Called Jungara Loop, which is also known as Horseshoe Bend. This curve was built up above the surrounding terrain to allow trains to build speed for the ascent ahead. For photo enthusiasts, as we go into Jungara Loop from the left-hand side of the train, you will have a great photo opportunity of the front or rear of the train as we make our way around the loop. For your safety, please do not place any part of your body outside of the carriage doors or windows. Second World War, this area was the site of a large staging area for troops about to embark for the Pacific Theatre.
As we pass through Redlinch, we will be able to see the abandoned Redlinch Railway Station. Just after the abandoned Redlinch Railway Station, we will be passing over the 2-foot gauge sugarcane train railway owned by MSF Sugar and a part of Mulgrave Mill's network. Mulgrave Mill is based in Gordonvale, about 29 kilometers south of Redlinch by road. As we pass over the sugarcane railway, we will also be able to see the Redlinch depot where Mulgrave Mill sometimes stores a locomotive for sugarcane operations around the Redlinch area when it's cane season in June to December. Here we are now arriving at Freshwater Railway Station. Unfortunately, at the angle I was recording with, one of the window bars blocked out Freshwater's large station sign.
Travel. For those customers who are travelling with small children, we do ask you to supervise whilst they disembark down the steep carriage steps.
As we pass through Arrowglen, we can get another angle of the Cairns Kuranda Steam Depot, where we get to see one of their Cairns Rail 11 classes in their black and blue livery, which operate their cement train, which shunts cement wagons between Cairns Station and Waree for the Pacific National Freight train that comes into Cairns.
To complete the troublesome Cairns to Redlinch section,
And now we have arrived at our final destination at Cairns Railway Station. And for the final part of the video, we stuck around to see the train depart from Cairns Railway Station, so head to the Portsmouth Railway Yard to stay there for the night until the next service on the day after's morning. And that's it for today's video. If you ever come up to Cairns, I definitely recommend taking a trip on the Kuranda Scenic Railway. This video alone does not do it justice. Experiencing the trip itself and seeing all the amazing views and fantastic sights to see along the way gives you an awesome feeling, and I didn't even cover everything there is to see on the railway. Some of these includes the many tunnels on the railway and some interesting rock formations, as well as lots of interesting information told on the speakers in the coaches. And with that, thanks for watching the video. I hope to see you again in my next video. Goodbye for now.